Hey, welcome to this Fixit channel, and this is a tips and tricks video with basically all sorts of little tips on staying safe when you download files from the internet, either through email attachments or download from some websites. First of all, email attachments. Email attachments are some of the most dangerous things for infecting a computer. The number of people that infect their machines using email attachments from people is amazing. Now, I always say that email attachments should be banned because it's just so dangerous, but in real life it isn't the case, and a lot of people will send email attachments, like if you're in the business, you'll send documents of all sorts through email. If you are in maybe at home and you have your friends sending you some what's very popular, and I've seen from my clients, people sending themselves some PowerPoint slideshows or presentations that I got to agree, some of them are very beautiful, but you know what, that makes you a little more at risk at getting viruses. So what are the things to look for? First of all, in email attachments, have your friends always tell you that they're actually posting or sending you a email attachment. Have your friends tell you, oh, I'm sending you this slideshow of the Golden Gate Bridge, and you'll know that if you click on it, you'll be okay. One of the things that happens very often is files that are kind of faked. So what happens is that it's a file that looks like it should, but it's actually transformed into something dangerous. And here's an example. Say you're going to receive a file called abc.ppsx. This is a PowerPoint presentation. Well, sometimes they'll disguise themselves like abc.ppsx.exe. So for example, in my Golden Gate presentation, say it would be a fake one. Well, you could have, for example, goldengate.pps or ppsx. That would mean it's a presentation, it's a PowerPoint slideshow. But you might receive one that is disguised like this, .exe, .com, .vbs. Well, these are dangerous. So knowing your file extensions really helps you in understanding if what you receive is a correct version or something that is fake. So anything that ends with exe.com.vbs should not be clicked at all. They're often inside zip files, for example, because it's the only way they can pass through some of the email providers. So be very careful what you click on. In my experience from my own clients, I can tell you that 99% of the clients that add malware through email attachments could have prevented this, because the first thing they told me was, well, it looked weird, but I decided to click anyway. That's the worst thing you can do. If you're not sure, why not send an email to that person and say, hey, did you send me a email with a file attached yesterday or the day before? One of the very common ways that viruses and malware are sent is because people can be infected on their computer with viruses that will self-replicate. So basically what's going to happen, they're going to send themselves through email. Viruses can do that. And you know what? Your friend doesn't know. She didn't want to send you a virus. It's just that the virus sent itself through her computer to you. And of course, because it's your friend, you often take it more lightly. Security is kind of down, and it should not. It should be the other way around. Remember that your friends and your families are your worst enemies in security on a computer, because you think, oh, well, she's good with computers, he's good with computers. That's not a virus. Don't think like that, okay? That's the worst way of thinking on getting infected from all sorts of files. And beware of these trickeries where files are disguised as something that looks normal, but it's not. Also, in the internet, you will have file downloads, for example. File downloads is another way that people get a lot of crapware and malware and stuff on their computer. one of the first things that can happen is downloading from unknown sources. You know, you download something from somewhere, you don't know where it is, what it is, or you know, you're searching for a program that does this, and you found something that is apparently what you want. That's very dangerous because you can get infected easily. When you download a file from something that is, you know, a known good program, say iTunes. You need iTunes because you have an iPhone. You need iTunes because you have some music and you want to use iTunes for it, or you want to have Adobe Flash, or you want to have you know, something that is a regular program that everybody downloads for this or that. For example, VLC Media Player or Daum Pod Player, which are media players. Well, one of the things you need to know is to be careful to download them from the source. A lot of people Google the files they want to download, so they'll say, well, oh, I want to have iTunes, I'll Google iTunes. Problem is there's a lot of links that bring you to websites that either going to make you download crapware, either they're going to make you download iTunes, but you'll have crapware with it, or, you know, there's some websites that are just like trickery. They get like this big green download button, but in reality you have to click a very small download. That's another part of the page. These trickeries are really, really amazingly popular on the internet. So be careful what you do. Know where to get a specific software. Don't Google I want to have Adobe Flash. I'll bet you'll have tons of websites with fake Flash downloads and stuff. You know, pages that have a million download buttons, including flashing download buttons and green download buttons and so on. Stay away from that. It's extremely dangerous. It's always complex, and you'll get infected for sure. And one last little tip: if you do download something, either from an email attachment or from the internet, why not scan it? Once it's downloaded, you know, don't click that open button. Click save. And most of the time it goes to the download folder. Wherever it goes, what you could do is simply right click on that file that's downloaded. You'll have scan with Windows Defender, or maybe if you have another antivirus, you'll see scan with that antivirus. You'll, for example, I've got Malwarebytes. I can also scan with Malwarebytes anti-malware. Why not scan it? And if you have more than one antivirus, scan it with all of them. Make sure that, you know, it's all right with these programs before you do anything. And you know, use your judgment. Like I said in the video, most of my clients that were infected, if they had followed their own judgments, that would not have happened. So hope you enjoyed these little tips and tricks on downloading files from the internet and how to be very careful and, you know, avoid problems if possible. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. You'll know when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up, and hopefully you enjoy these tips and tricks videos. If you have any comments, questions, maybe your own tip, why not share it with us? Thanks for watching.